Hi, I wanted to do an updated video of what solving story problems looks like now in second grade. I had a video for the beginning of the year, but we've learned more strategies and the numbers are getting bigger. And so I wanted to share what that would look like. So the first step when solving a story problem is to read the story problem, obviously. And as I read it to the children, I tell them to make a picture in their mind. So this first one says, there were some swans on the pond. 51 more joined them. Now there are 64 swans on the pond. How many swans were on the pond to start? So we have that conversation on, well, what did you see? And like, okay, so I saw a pond, there were some swans on there, and then I saw some more join them, and now there's 64. And the question is, how many swans were on the pond to start? So that's the understand piece. What is happening? That's also where we decide the thinking pattern, what's happening here. And so for this one, the thinking pattern is SSM. So SSM stands for some and some more. There were some swans, some more joined them, and now there's some more, okay? Then there's a few things that we can do. I'll ask them, we've started to learn where is the unknown. Because it's an SSM problem, we know it's an adding problem, okay? So we know that we have some more joined, and now there's some. Where is the part that we don't know? So we'll read it again, and we can put those numbers on the equation. It says there were some swans on the pond. Do we know how many? No, we don't know how many. 51 more joined them. Now there are 64. So this is a start unknown problem, which we are becoming familiar with. And the thing that I want the students to see is all the different equations that you can make once you have this equation, because it's easier to solve when the result is the unknown part. So we can take this equation and put it onto an upside down part whole mat or something like a strip diagram. And so I'll ask them, what's the whole? The whole is 64. Do we know one of the parts? Yes, 51. All right, and then I've showed them that on this mat, this is a plus sign, and this is a minus sign. And so we look at this and say, well, what's another equation that we could write from this where the unknown part is at the result? Well, I see 64 is the whole minus 51 equals that missing part. So now the result is unknown, still the same business. And we have learned all the strategies to solve. We can use base 10 model, number line, hundreds chart, decomposing, although that gets tricky when we're subtracting. And then we've also learned the algorithm now. So if we're solving this on the algorithm, 64 minus 51, we say that we always start in the ones place. So 4 units minus 1 unit is 3 units. 6 tens minus 5 tens is 1 tenth. So 13 swans is what joined them, or what started at the beginning. We could use a different strategy to check, and we could also plug that number in here to check. So that checking might look like this: 13 plus 51, and we're checking to see if that equals 64. I could use a different strategy to check this, or the algorithm again. I will do base 10 model. So 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 51. If I add up the units first, that's 4 units. And 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 6 tens. So this answer matches this, so we know that 13 is the number that fits in that blank. So for the answer, it would be 13 swans. I hope that helps. You can use the same steps from before with any story problem, placing those numbers on the part whole mat, making the equations, using a variety of strategies to solve. The first thing is, though, to make sure that your child understands what's happening in the story problem before they begin solving. Okay, that's all.